As Dr. Joe Dispenza says, here are 7 things you can do to make 2022 your most successful year ever. Number 1. Seven ways to make 2022 your most successful year ever. Do you want to make more money in 2022 than ever before? Or how about losing weight, finally getting fit, or strengthening your relationships? Or maybe you just want to stop doing a bad habit. Whatever you want, if you make the decision now, you can have it in 2022. The thing that most of the metaphysical teachers like Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Bruce Lipton, or Greg Braden and others have discovered is that science can no longer ignore the spiritual aspect of life and who we really are in the world. All of these 3 men, known affectionately as the 3 amigos, bridge the gap between science and spirituality like no other scientist out there. The thing that they and others like them agree on is becoming more and more clear. You are actually a powerful spiritual being having a human existence. We are all connected at the quantum level, and there is a non-physical part of you connected to limitless source energy. Thoughts become things, and you can be, do, and have anything you want if you could just get past your old self and embrace your true desires without resistant thoughts. The bottom line is, you are unlimited. You can create the reality of your choosing, and you can create the life that you want. You could even create your own paradise on earth. Now, more than ever before, you can make your next year the best you've ever had. In this video, we are going to cover 7 things that you can do to make 2022 the best year ever. But first, let's briefly review things that we have covered in other videos that are closely related to this. Before we get into the 7 things to make 2022 the best year ever, first, you need to have the right foundation. When we say foundation, what we mean is how you are doing internally. In other words, how you feel about yourself is paramount. If you want to be a success, first you have to work on yourself. Success is first an inside job. You must feel that you are worthy of all that is good, that you are capable of accomplishing anything you set your mind to, and that you are good enough. The best way to accomplish this right mindset is to repeat positive affirmations so frequently to yourself that your subconscious mind believes it. When you change the way you feel about yourself, you'll then be able to change your reality. In addition to saying positive affirmations to yourself, to make 2022 the best year ever, you have to be willing to risk failing. You have to be willing to face adversity. You have to be willing to go outside your comfort zone and do things you've never done before. And you have to be willing to forgive yourself for not being where you want to be yet. Your beliefs determine your limits, and your limits determine your outcome. As Henry Ford said, whether you believe you can do a thing or not, you're right. And since a belief is just a thought that you keep on thinking, as according to Dr. Joe Dispenza, once you consciously choose to think better thoughts, you can change your subconscious beliefs to positive ones instead of negative ones. So the right mindset is about believing in yourself, believing that the universe has got your back, and believing that whatever you focus on, you can attain. But what are the best things you can do from a practical standpoint? Here are 7 things you can do to make 2022 your most successful year ever. Number 1, create an image of who you want to be. Bob Proctor is one of the best motivational speakers and authors in the self-help genre. He recommends that you create an image of who you want to be in your mind's eye first. Then write it down exactly and precisely as to who you want to be so that you program your subconscious mind with your new mindset. His recommendation is to write it down in the present tense, such as, I am happy, rich, and successful. Write a whole page of who you are by writing about who you want to be, such as, I am honest, open, fun-loving, and humble. You could also write about your character as compared to someone who you admire, such as, I am wise as Gandhi and as patient as fill in the blank. After you write this down, put it in your wallet if you can, and at first, read it once a day or at least 3 times a week until you start to feel like you are the person who you wrote about, the person who you want to be. When you clearly define who you want to be, everything else that you want will start to fall into place. Number 2, clear out your clutter. If you were to hire a professional life coach, do you know what they would normally have you do first? Clear out your clutter. Everything is energy, and when we have old, stale, energetic things around us, it can stress us out, keep us stuck in the past, and keep us repeating the same old cycle of life. We all know how good it feels when we book a hotel room and enter it for the first time. It feels fresh, new, and stress-free. Why? It's clean, it's decluttered, it's nice and neat. Start 2022 right by throwing out what you don't need and putting away things that you rarely use. You'll feel much better and give yourself the best chance for 2022 to be a great year. Number 3, don't be afraid to fail. This concept of not failing has been overdone, but it's worth repeating. You must stop being afraid to fail. Failing is a learning process, and it never means that you are a failure. It simply means that whatever you just did or tried didn't work, but that something else will. When you are afraid to fail, you are way too focused on the fear, which, via the law of attraction, will make failure more likely. Instead, see whatever you are doing as being a success. Look at failure as part of the natural process of succeeding. You must fail to succeed. Einstein said that a person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. In 2022, don't be afraid to make a mistake. See it as the only way to make progress on anything new. Einstein also said that failure is success in progress. He understood that failure is the price you pay for success. Thomas Edison said that I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that didn't work. Don't be afraid to discover what doesn't work, because that will mean that you're even closer to what does work. Number 4, set your goals high but not too high. The best kind of a goal to set is one that stretches you from where you are right now, but not so far that you feel that it is impossible. Think of your goal as if it were a basketball hoop. Don't place the hoop so far out there that there is no way you can make the shot. Instead, place it close enough to you that you could make it, but far away enough to stretch your ability to make it. In other words, set realistic goals. If you want to lose weight, set a reasonable goal in a reasonable amount of time. If you want to make more money, set the goal to stretch you to more than ever before, but not by so much that it feels unbelievable to you. And if you want to get fit, set goals that will make you feel good if you reach them, but not so impossible that you believe that you can't make it. If you try to set goals that you believe are out of reach, you're going to give up before you even start. Number 5, learn to say no. When you don't value your time and yourself enough, you'll overcommit to others and say yes to them when what you really want to say is no. Many of us who were raised to put others first or treat others better than ourselves get into this trap later in life by overgiving and overcommitting to people and things. What happens is that we end up resenting others and feeling inner conflict, which leads to low self-esteem and frustration. If you can, let people know that you've got big plans for 2022 and are not going to be as available as you were before, so that when you do tell them no, they will understand. And if they don't understand, that's not your problem. We have to get a little selfish with our time and energy if we are going to make the most out of the next year. It's okay, and even preferable, to be a little more selfish with our time and energy nowadays. You have to. Do it for yourself so that 2022 can turn out to be the best year ever. Number 6, keep your vibration high. If you want to attract everything that you want into your life, you must feel good no matter what is happening. Keeping your vibration high simply means feeling good on purpose and for no good reason. There are several ways to raise your vibration. One of the best ways is through meditation. When you meditate, you stop thinking. Most of us think more negative thoughts than positive ones, so when you meditate, you automatically raise your vibration. But anything that you do to make yourself feel better works too. For example, if you were to pet your cat or anyone's cat, you would raise your vibration. Petting a cat or dog may seem too simple to work, but it's been proven that animals help people to relax and feel better. That's why they have dogs in hospitals who help sick patients just by their presence. Walking, running, and jogging are other ways to raise your vibration and feel better. It gets your blood pumping, you get to be outside, and it refreshes your mind for the rest of the day. Or you could just go to the beach, sit under a boardwalk, talk to a good friend, or take a drive just to feel better. Whatever works for you, do it. When you purposely raise your vibration, you will feel better and align yourself more clearly with your inner being, your inner self. And when you are in alignment with who you really are, ideas will come and you'll get inspired to take action. Number 7, take inspired action. For 2022, decide now to not do things that you don't want to do. Follow your gut instinct, otherwise known as your inner being. Follow your bliss. Don't take action just to act. Make sure that you are in alignment with whatever action you decide to take. How do you know if something is in alignment with your inner being or not? When the thought of the action gets you excited, that's your inner being talking to you. When the thought of the action inspires you, that's your inner being. When the thought of the action feels like a hell yeah, that's the right way to feel, and it's a confirmation that is coming from your inner being. For example, if you get a new business idea and it feels exciting to you, then do it. Or if you meet someone new who is a potential mate and it feels exciting to pursue the relationship, then do it too. Go with your gut. Trust your instincts. It will never let you down. Now, go make 2022 the most successful year you've ever had. You can do anything you set your mind to.